So today topic is resource organization hierarchy. If you notice in our saved searches, we have seen my teams, right? I mean, my team members, my subordinates. So this kind of filters. So where there will be one manager under him. So the team members will be there. So we need to set up this hierarchy so that the system will uh, work based on that some out of the box conditions like my subordinates, my team. So this kind of filters in uh, access groups rules or data security policy rules or saved searches in workspace, saved searches in next gen sales. So wherever you see, right? So this to work based on that uh, their organization hierarchy. So we need to set up those hierarchy first. So there are multiple ways to set up this hierarchy. One is at the time of creating the user itself. So I'll go to setup and maintenance. The users creation can be done using manage users, right? And this resource hierarchy is a is required only for the sales users. That means if you are a setup user just for a developing purpose, you don't need to set up all this resource hierarchy because you are not part of transactional data. You are not owning. You are not. You are not going to be own this any transactional data like opportunities, leads, all these. So for that reason, you don't need to be a resource. So you go to users and security manage users or just simply search for manage users. So now I'll be creating 3 users, 1 manager and two subordinates. Okay. So this is first we'll create a manager. So this is what like our first user. So in ideal scenario, so first as part of initial implementation, right? That quick view, quick setup. So we will create the top level user that is a CEO or managing director or director of sales organization as a first user. So that time a top node will be automatically created and rest of the hierarchy we can create by using this manage user setup or import uh, or going to resource directory. Okay. So now assume we have done that initial user setup and we are just creating the remaining users. So choose employee type and resource role, user, I mean, legal employer, legal entity, business unit. So this and all we need to select. So here you could see one manager. So this is from HCM application. So this is not related to sales. For sales organization hierarchy, so it will be under reporting manager here. So this is related to sales organization hierarchy. So based on this information, the hierarchy will be formed. So for this, uh, a uh, resource role must be there. Okay, so I'll select for manager role, I'll select CRM instructor, and reporting manager will be, so I'll select one of the manager. So resource directory will be used to basically view the resources and resource organizations. I'll come to this point, but just to get the organization right. So I'll go to this view organization hierarchy, and I'm going to select the manager for the sales manager demo user. I'll come detailing into this. So I'll select global organization. So where the top level user is CEO. So I'm going to select that the CEO as my manager for this particular user. If you want, you can search by using this search, and I can select. Now, I need to create the organization for this sales manager, because so sales manager is in the hierarchy of the CEO. Under CEO, sales manager is available, right? So I need to create sales manager organization, because there are some sales representatives who are reporting to this user. So I need to create one organization. This is as similar as like in our organizations also, right? We have the reporting structure. So a consultant will report to lead, or then manager, director, VP, something like this, right? Delivery. Uh, the similar structure we are going to create for uh, sales cloud. Okay, to organize or to manage the sales team. So if the organization is already there, right? So then you can create you can select that organization. So where exactly we will create this organization is, if you go to setup and maintenance, and search for the task manage organizations. Manage internal resource organizations. Okay, so this is the task. If you don't know, maybe you can go to users and security, and here you can see the tasks. Manage internal resource organizations. Here you can create an organization. Suppose if your organization is a completely new organization, so then you can choose the create new organization. If it is some existing node, so you can select that existing node. So I'm going to choose create new organization. Click next. I'll say I'll give this organization name as demo sales manager organization. And here I need to select the organization usage. So whether it is sales or marketing or service. So this is just to differentiate or to identify the usage. There is no specific significance for this, just to differentiate uh, the organization type. Okay. So now we have created the organization. Okay. Now we can select this organization here. Or if you want to create at the time of resource creation itself, you have create option here. Same organization name and usages you can select here, and then you can create and use immediately. So since we have created already, so I'm going to search for it, and I'll select this. So my organization is set now, and the reporting manager for this demo sales manager is the CEO. Now here we can provide auto provision rules based on the resource role and the mapping. So we have already seen how to provide all these job roles based on the resource role condition, resource role or any other condition. So now we'll click save. So it will take a few seconds to complete this resource creation. Okay. So now manager creation is completed. So now we will create one more user, uh, sales rep 01. So we'll select employee resource role. So now we'll select CRM student instead of, so instructor we will use for manager, student we will use for representative. So we will select the business unit as well. And now the reporting manager is for this student, right? So we need the demo manager, demo sales manager. So now I'll select this demo manager. Now if you observe, the organization uh, is not uh, is selected by default, right? The reason is we don't have currently any hierarchy because we he's already under some organization. So this is not this is automatically filled. So he will be under sales manager organization. Now click auto provision rules and save this record. So now what will happen when we click when we save this? So automatically this user will be reporting to the manager user, and uh, whatever records sales representative 01 can see will be able to see by sales manager because he is reporting. Now I'll save this record. Okay. So now we'll create one more user of sales rep 02. So make sure the email is also unique while you set up the organization hierarchy, because that's an important point. So you should not have a duplicate email for different users. That doesn't support for resource organization hierarchy. Um, so we'll create the one more user. The resource role is CRM student again, and a manager for this is also same. We'll auto provision roles and save and close. Now we have one manager and two sales representative hierarchy. So where exactly this hierarchy we will be seeing is through resource directory. So we will go to a resource directory and we will see how this hierarchy is formed. So make sure there is some bug or some issue with the browser for resource directory. When you use Chrome, it doesn't work. So better to use uh, Firefox or Microsoft Edge for seeing resource organization hierarchy. So go to Navigator, and usually it will be under others, but see where it is exactly located. Mostly it will be in others section. Click on the resource directory. So here you can find the resource information. Uh, so you can find the resources, resource users. You can find organizations, resource organizations. You can find the resource organization hierarchies. To view a resource, you can use this view resources. So in order to view this, right, it must be it must be identified as resource, or a resource role must be tagged. So then only you will be able to see the users in resource directory. Okay, if your user is just created as a sales user, I mean not sales user, setup user, so then that user will not come here because they are not part of the resource organization. So now you could see the resources here. If you if you click on one of the resource, so it will open a detail page. Okay, where it tells all the resource information, and here we have few sub tabs which tells organizations, what is the organization membership that we have, and the roles assigned to this user. We have CRM instructor for this role, and some additional information, teams, if they are if they have team memberships that is created in resource organization itself. If they are part of some teams, so it will be visible here. Okay, and this is related to some sales in form. So you also can see the roles that is available for this user from here. If you don't see the roles here, you just need to click on show roles to be provisioned and save to run this the mapping, role mapping, and the latest role will be added here. Okay. Similarly, you can go to other users and find out the the information about this user. Okay. So then you can go to view organizations where you can find the organizations that we created in manage internal resource organizations. So we have created one demo. Okay, so demo sales manager organization. So that is coming here, and it tells, okay, so organization name and who is the manager for that organization. So so there will be only one manager. So under him, all other team members will be there. Okay. So uh, you should have a role. Suppose, right, in resource role, you should have a manager checkbox. So I'll show that setup as well. But let me quickly go to that. If you go to manage resource roles, so role is CR. So CRM instructor and CRM student. Now, if you observe, CRM instructor is marked as manager, but not the CRM student, right? So, so this will be a member. CRM student will be a member, and manager role will be assigned for this manager. If he is an administrator or lead, so then also we can choose this. But if they are just a member, you can just select only the member checkbox here. So others depending on their role, but manager should be there for uh, to form the hierarchy. Okay, so that is the importance of resource role also. So you can't add one more user with the same role. Okay, because he is a manager, right? So only one manager will be there, and with the same role. And if you go to hierarchies, you can see the hierarchies, the internal. Okay, so this is the hierarchy where it tells the reporting manager who is the reporting manager and who is the members. And teams, and then business units. Uh, the important point about business unit is if you assign some business unit here, so that business unit data will be uh, will be accessible for this organization. So if you want to give some business unit data access, right, based on business unit out of the box like features, so you can assign the business unit from this resource organization. So, and you can't create organizations here. Only the way is you can create either from manage user screen or by going into uh, the manage internal resource organizations task. The next one is resource organization hierarchies. So here, uh, so there will be so many organization hierarchies. So if you observe, the partner external organizations is nothing but partner organizations. So this will be created for each and every partner. And there will be one more organization that is for internal, that is internal employees organization. So we need to choose that internal resource organization hierarchy. All the sales organization structure will be stored in this hierarchy. So the top level organization is global organization. And if you see now, demo sales manager or is created. This one we created, and we just selected the manager organization. That's all, right? So an organization is already formed here. You can notice. Okay. So if you want to add one more organization, you can use this create hierarchy version. Okay. So from here, you can just add a new organization, existing organization also. You can search here, and you can add that organization to this hierarchy. Suppose if you want to remove one of the user, right, from this organization, so you need to again go to view organization hierarchies and select the organization that you are going to modify. So in this case, maybe demo sales manager. So I wanted to remove one of the team member. Okay, so you can use this delete to remove. Or if you want to move this member to a different organization, you can use this move option, and you can move to that organization. So this is how you can also modify the changes to resource organizations. And so this is one way, right? Like where you create organizations or you modify organizations through resource directory. The other way is by import. So if you go to import management, let me go to tools and import management. And go to import objects. So to see the template and template values. Uh, so while creating user, either you can always imagine the way it works in UI will work in the import or REST APIs as well. So if something is required, so that should be required and in this through REST API or import as well. Select the resource object. Here you can see legal entity, business unit, all that information. And with that also you have organization. So you will have resource organization name. So where you can provide if you have in the import template, right, to this column. If you have the organization is already there, you can just provide the existing organization without any mistake. Okay, exact organization name. So otherwise, if you want to create at the time of resource creation itself, then you can provide that new organization name to this value, so that organization will be created directly with some default values like only sales organization, like that. And then to provide a manager, right, details. If you want to use resource organization uh, existing manager, so you need to provide the resource organization manager email, so that all other parent organization etc will be filled automatically. So this will be considered. If you just provide email, manager email, so it will be identified by this email, and it will associate to that specific organization. And resource org role code, so you will give for as a resource role code. So additional details you can fill anything. So but to give organization, right, organization structure will be because anyway we are giving who is the manager, who is the what is the organization hierarchy, all that information at resource user creation itself. So this organization will be automatically formed. Okay, no need to run anything. I mean, no need to create additionally, because anyway we are giving all those required information here. System will automatically create it.